and welcome to Party of Two, where a married couple takes on a world of gods and monsters. We are streaming. I now have verification.
Okay, good.
Hello! We had a little bit of technical difficulties getting on stream, aka OBS decided to disconnect us from Twitch.
Yeah, like it was suddenly, oh yeah, you think you're logged into your account, but you're not.
I think it's just because OBS, is like inundated right now.
With customers?
With customers,
yeah.
So they're probably like, I don't know what to do with all these people. Anyway, we are a married couple taking on the world of gods and monsters, playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which is what we play. But we also play D&D, and I'm going to be honest, we just got the Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition book, yes, and I'm reading it right now.
And you are a vampire lover.
I was into vampires before vampires were cool. Like, I read the genre now is called urban fantasy, but I read urban fantasy novels
before it was
from the tender age of like 12. My first real intense vampire novel that I ever read was Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice.
Interview with the Vampire at 12?
Yeah, 12, 13. My parents didn't know what kind of content was in those books. I'm quite glad about that because they never would have let me read them.
No, they wouldn't.
If they had known. So, anyway.
Fun.
Fun. But I am Hayley. I am playing a tiefling named Andoriana, who is a fighter and champion dual class.
Which, if you're a D&D player, champion is the Pathfinder version of a paladin. And I am I'm Weston Bell. I am your GM for this arc of our story. I also, though, in this campaign, play a DMPC, I guess, the dreaded DMPC named.
But you
Alex.
kind of treat him like
he gets treated like an NPC.
An NPC while
I'm GM.
GMing.
But he is a cleric sorcerer, so we have dual classed in order to make our party more survivable with only 2 people. What? There's like an amazingness.
We have hit 200 followers!
Yay!
Oh my gosh!
We are so excited.
That's actually like a really big deal.
That is.
My goal was by the end of the year, by December 31st, was for us to have 200 followers, and we're at 201.
And it's not even December
Oh my gosh!
yet.
Thank you, the People's Ascension.
Yay.
Thank you. Like, oh, that makes me happy.
Happiness.
I'm a happy girl. Sorry, that's become a thing around our house.
Yes,
it's like for everything. But Weston, do you want to start the announcements?
Yes. So this is our first stream on Friday nights. This will be when we stream from now on, and we will be live.
Thank you for joining us on our date night.
Yes. So these are live sessions. Because of that, we now have some new ways for you to interact with the game. We have channel points. And you can also do, with 100 bits or more, you can also get other different things ways you can affect the game. In the chat, cool. You can just put exclamation point points, and it'll give you the layout and all the rundown of what exactly you can do to affect this game and this world as we play through it. And also our VODs on YouTube are going to start going out a little differently. I don't think we've quite figured out what day we're doing them on now that it's Fridays that we're going.
Yeah, we're either going to be releasing them on like Monday or Tuesday, yeah. I think, but we're not totally sure because we also have a stream on Monday nights called Tabletop Terrain Talks, which features TTRPG news, which is like a really big deal, apparently, thing. People really like it. So we do that on Monday night, so we're not sure when the VOD is going to
drop, because we know we have to give a certain amount of time between Twitch stream and YouTube. Otherwise, we violate terms of service and stuff like that. So we got to double check all those things.
So that'll be, we'll let you guys know about that. But our YouTube channel is linked below for anyone that wants to go check that out. If you are not currently subscribed, go subscribe, because in the beginning of the new year, we're going to be releasing additional content on how to play games, tabletop role-playing games, with just 2 people, with you and your spouse. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to be releasing, I think, some more critiquing type games and review videos of different tabletop games, which is going to be super fun. And Weston's typing furiously. So I
realized that on the points command, it didn't have the bits. It didn't have what the bits do.
Oh.
So I wanted to go throw those in real quick so that way you can know all the ways that you can interact.
Oh,
with
you made
us.
the villain points 1,500 points.
Villain points. No, villain points are 1,000. There's not a space. It didn't
There's
do a
not a
space.
space.
So it's supposed to be 500 points for a hero point, 1,000 channel points for a villain point, and then 1,500. Dang it, it's only two. That's right, John.
No, it's not
It's
Tuesday,
not Tuesday.
John.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday night, and the mood is right to play some Pathfinder.
Yeah. Which means I don't wake up tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m., which makes this so much better.
And we
for
can let
this
the
time.
boys watch shows on
Saturday morning,
TV,
right?
Saturday morning, cartoons, that whole thing. Like, so we can both sleep in a little bit, which is exciting.
So we do have a slightly new setup for some audio. So please let me know if there is an issue with music compared to our voices. If you can't hear the music at all, that means it's too quiet. If it's too loud for us, please let us know. We're still working on the mix to make sure we get it just right.
Yeah.
But we're live. No, we're not anymore, John.
We're not. We changed it because we have found that as we have played around with time and days and stuff, that Tuesday nights are not the greatest.
Even people who want to watch us never get on until 8:30 anyway. So we're like, you know what? Let's do it later, but we've got to then move the night because I can't wake up at 5:30 in the morning after being up till midnight.
Yeah, it's true. You know. Like, you know. Anyway,
All right.
So 2 more announcements before we get to the game. First off, this show is a audio-only podcast. If you did not know that, it is on all of the major streaming platforms. You can go, you can just look up Party of 2 RPG, and it will show up for you. Or you can go check out our link tree, which I think is in the About Us.
Is in somewhere.
It's somewhere. But you can go look us up, Party of 2 RPG, and all of the audio of the entire show is up there, minus like the last like 10 episodes. We're working on it. Then our last announcement is we have non-official merchandise, aka Hayley is selling things that she makes and using her show to push them. So if you are looking for any gifts for nerdy people in your life, for the first time in recent history, the coasters that I make that are 100% bamboo and vinyl lettering are for sale for $24.99 on my Ko-fi. Just going to kind of pull this up there so you guys can see. It is a set of 4. It is 100% bamboo and handmade, handcrafted. The back is with corkboard so that you can use this on your gaming table, on your dining room table, on your coffee table, on your floor, anywhere that you would like to use it.
I wouldn't recommend trying to use it on your wall.
No, that probably won't work. But the next thing, if you have magnetic walls, you could probably totally do. So this is the other thing that I am selling for this Christmas season. It's really hard to get my camera to focus. But they are little magnets. They have a 20, a 1, and a cute little dragon that are just adorbs. Anyway, it's a set of 3 magnets. And as you can see, they're magneted on there right now. Anyway, if you go to .com/party-of2RPG, you will be able to purchase those if you would like, or just throw us a couple bucks because you love us so much.
Because you love us.
Yes, yes, John, it's on Ko-fi. Coffee. You guys, somebody please tell me how in the hell I'm supposed to pronounce that. Because it was like memes. For the longest time, I was like, memes. The magnets are 100% coming home to me. Well, if you do actually purchase them, you would be my very first purchaser of my magnets. So that would be exciting.
They're really cute. I personally really wish I had a metal DM screen right now because I would like have like 6 of those to like stick to that.
I would even, my love, make them personalized just for you.
Would you make them free too?
I would make them free. I would not even charge you for them.
So it says Ko-fi is pronounced just like...
No, that is not helpful. Is it GIF or is it GIF? Is it GIF?
It's GIF.
It's GIF. I've always said it GIF.
It's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm a programmer.
So
we look
rude.
at this stuff. It's a GIF.
It's a GIF. Just go with it.
It's a
anyway,
gift
I
to
was
you.
trying to put in the chat.
So, one more thing that you did forget. There is also, if you do not get enough of us and you're like, I just need more Hayley in my life. She is on another stream on Thursdays. That is The Adventures of Hercules. This is taken from a 1960s animated. These are awful. Like,
they're so much fun.
Oh my gosh, they're so like. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't turn away. I watched like 7 episodes. They're only about 6 minutes. And like 2 minutes of that is the introduction, like the little theme thing, which is awful.
So I play a character named Helena, and she is the very stereotypical damsel in distress. But what we've done for the stream is that she has been given powers by Zeus, and she is kind of learning how to be like her own person. And it's really funny because we didn't mean for it to happen, but it's become like a commentary on feminism.
Yes, it has.
The person that plays Hercules is Kyle from Playnerd Allies, if you guys have ever seen him in
He
action.
is playing up the macho machismo.
He is hilarious. It is so much fun to play this. It's completely goofy. It's totally different than what this stream is. It's D&D, and it's a super fun time.
But
So
it's
that's
real
on
fun.
Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on midlife_dices. We also host it on our channel, so you can just come here.
I said in the chat the other day, I'm like, so is this what would happen if Mad Men played D&D?
Yes.
Like,
it is hilarious. They've been joking about how we need to rename it to like Helena's Rebirth or
something like
the
that.
Rise of Helena. It's really funny.
but all right, so I think that's
everything.
We have like
We've been blathering on for 15
10
minutes.
Don't we have 10 more announcements?
No.
Just because? Okay.
No,
there
we
go.
don't. We've been blathering for too long.
All right, then. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you sure
I'm
you're
ready because my character is currently bound and gagged. So,
Yes, she is. A little bondage going on
Little-
right now. Little bondage.
guys, it is date night. So when you get what you get.
True enough. All right, well, then let's start tonight's episode of Party of Two.
Before we start our recap, I just want to point out I'm wearing the same shirt right now
As
Yeah.
in the...
I did in our trailer.
Are
I
you?
have the same shirt on. Yeah. Yes, I am a
in part of
natural
it,
20.
the first
at
one
the
is
very
the
beginning, yeah.
warrior shirt, and then the second
Anyway,
one's
I
this
just
one.
wanted to point that out. I also made this. I
So,
don't know. Sorry, I'm really chatty tonight.
That-
Okay.
So last time, our band of adventurers had gone and met with the Silver Torrent, the organization of ex-Hell Knights, who asked for your help. They had something happening that was beyond the scope of their expertise. And so they asked you to come with them. And they took you to, first off, you met some additional members of the Silver Torrent group. You met some interesting characters, a huge tiefling that, with the deep, deep voice. I really hope the voice actually picks up in the recording because I know it was really low. And a little halfling with a lot of sass.
Yeah, little halfling, big personality.
Yes, who hit on Az and had an interesting reaction. I think Anna was very surprised by...
Anna was more surprised in the fact that Az didn't pick it up at all. Like, she was so obvious.
Yep. Well, he's been inexperienced in that area. But then you went with them to meet Dr. Gigondi, who was treating a bunch of patients in a warehouse. He sorry, the music's actually really loud in my headphones.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was treating a bunch of individuals that they had found that had been comatose. They had made these, gotten a contract multiple times to find missing persons, and they found them laying comatose somewhere. They brought them all back, and they've been treating them. You used your divine powers to reach in to these beings, to touch upon their souls, and in so doing, gathered some information about pieces missing, souls drained. And one time, rolling a critical, you even touched on something sinister that was pulling on the threads of their souls.
Turn the music down a little bit. You then left, only to find yourselves being asked to meet with Captain Rogers at a nearby bar. When you got there, you found him in his cups, sitting very dejected. And he told you that you had caused some problems and you should have talked to him first. And then you were ambushed by a whole bunch of the members of the Nightwing and beat unconscious. Mm-hmm. All of us.
All of you. Yep. You now have found yourself tied up, gagged, and a bag on your head. Somewhere. You're not sure where. And you have just had an individual pull the bag from off of your head and greet you. So, the bag is pulled off. You rolled a constitution check, and you were somewhat blinded by this, by the light. The bag, your eyes had adjusted to the darkness, and now the light blinds you. And before you, you see a big, hulking man. Nose broken, face a little contorted. You can tell there's been some pounding that's gone on this face. It looks like a boxer that's been doing it for too long and wasn't very good at it. Mm-hmm. Hairy, long hair, scraggly, clothes unkempt. He looks down at you. Well, glad to see you're awake. Our boss would like to meet with you. You've been causing some problems, and, well, I'll let him do the talking. He then turns around and walks away. And then in the doorway, another figure steps in. You see him wearing black cloak, leather breeches, boots, sturdy but worn, with cut short brown hair, very average looking. Like, if you could define average, he's there. But with a studious nature, seems to take everything in. He steps in, looks at you, looks over at Az. Oh, my friends, I'm so sorry. This, what a way to say hello. And he walks up, pulls the bag off of Az's head, places his hands on your shoulders, one on each of you. I am so sorry that we had to meet this way. This is not how I wanted things to be. It is a pleasure. Oh, when he puts his hands and pulls the gags down out from your mouth and under your chin.
Where's my dog?
Oh, is that your dog? And you see right next to you is Bruce. He is tied.
Let him go.
Is he awake? I am not sure.
I don't really care. Can you please undo his bounds?
Everything will happen in time. It is okay. It is okay. We will take it. I will actually most likely have you do that. I do not want... I'm a stranger. This is a strange place. I do not need him getting too upset. I think it would be better if I allowed you to do it. So come. He turns around. He walks around you. And then you find your bonds cut. And he's... it is okay. I know, this is harsh. It's very harsh. But sometimes we have to meet in interesting ways. Here, go right ahead and tell your doggy.
Okay, I'm going to kind of lean over Did he undo the bonds at like our feet too? Were we bound in both places or just?
You weren't bound on your feet.
Oh, okay.
You were tied with your arms around the back of the chair.
Okay. So I'm gonna lean over and undo the bonds on Bruce, and he's still out.
He's. You see him starting to rouse a little bit as you undo the bonds. He starts to move, kind of wiggle his shoulders a little bit. Eye opens a little bit, and he looks over at you.
Through our bond, I'm going to say, "It's all right. Just act as if you are groggy, even if you are not."
He's like, "Oh, that won't be hard."
Okay, baby. Are you okay?
Ouch.
Oh, sweetheart. I will fix you, all right? And as I'm leaning over with my hand on him, I am going to cast Lay on Hands.
All right, so you'll give him 24 hit points.
24 hit points, right, so that he is feeling better.
Okay. You place your hands on him, imbuing him with this life. Well, he seems to be doing better. I am so sorry. Again, this is a horrible way to meet. But you are... I do certain types of business. It is the way that things happen sometimes. I hope you are well. I hope they did not do any lasting damage.
It doesn't appear so. I'm just going to look at Az.
Rubbing his arms. Yes, I seem to be okay.
I can't say the same for your men, however.
Haha, yes. No worries about them. Don't worry about them. They are... Well, they do their job. They know what it entails. No worries. We do not have a problem with that. I sent them. They knew the risk. No problems. Come. Let us stand up. Get the blood back in your legs.
We're going to kind of stand up and stretch just a little bit and take kind of an inventory of the room.
Around you, you see yourself in a wooden structure, very much reminiscent of the other warehouse that you were in. But this is a smaller room. Appears to be something, an office at some point possibly. There is a lot of moisture that you can see, a lot of warping of the wood. It is dirty. There is definitely some water dripping off certain areas, possibly underground.
Okay. There's no windows.
No windows in this room at all.
Nothing.
There are quite a few torches, and that was the light that was coming through and lanterns, and that was light coming through your hood.
Okay. All right. May I ask your name, since you seem to be quite familiar with us?
Of course. And he puts his hand out to shake yours. Pleasure. I am Asa Cruz.
Very, very gingerly, I'm going to reach forward and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. Firm, good handshake. Very, not hard, but also not soft. Firm.
Okay.
I am the leader of the Nightwing.
Yes. Sorry. Total space. What was his name?
Arthur Cruz.
Arthur Cruz. Okay. Sorry, ADD moment.
There's a squirrel over here.
Legit, I was distracted by my son's classical music upstairs. Okay, leader.
But he comes over to Az and pats him down. Sorry, you are... a lot of dust got on you. I'm so sorry. But carrying you, I'm sure, across that part of the city, it happens. Brushes him off. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about you two.
That's wonderful, Arthur. Do you think we could get somewhere a little more accommodating?
Well, we will definitely walk. How accommodating it is, We work in a certain space, but this is a place of business, so you won't find anything too comfortable here. But come. And he begins to walk out of the room, completely expecting you to follow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Az and be like, all right, and follow him, and kind of call Bruce as well.
As you're walking, Az is going to cast a message and be like, be very careful. If this really is the one in charge, he could be very dangerous.
I know, Az. This is not a situation I would have wanted us to be in.
And as you're walking, Az leans forward to put his hand on you.
Mm-hmm.
And begins to cast heal, a one-action heal. And suddenly Arthur, I would not cast anything at the moment. We don't have trust enough yet for that. Forgive me, but I have not lived this long by being reckless.
So did he not notice when I cast lay on hands on the dog?
You don't know?
Okay. I'm gonna be like, okay. That's fine.
Az kind of backs his hand up. Do not worry. You will be fine while you are, well, as long as we are cordial.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, Chaotic Platypus, our professional lurker. We love you.
As you begin to walk, you walk up a set of stairs into very much a warehouse-type area. More narrow than the one you saw before. It's a narrow, long building. Wooden, there are some windows, but a lot of them, you notice, are boarded up or covered in some manner. Most is lit by torches. And he just begins to continue walking down this long warehouse. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, first roll of the night. Oh, 26.
Okay. With a 26, you look around as you're going through this area, and you see a lot of men lifting, carrying, taking different things. There's appears to be a door out the back, and they're bringing things in and taking things out. You see in one area men with a table out, and they seem to be pouring out a powder onto a table and then dividing it up into segments. Farther down, you see a bunch of men with large, what appear to be like pitchers or something like that, with a liquid, and pouring them into different sized little vials.
So essentially, they're drug dealers. We've got some meth, guys. Some methamphetamines happening here.
Az he looks at this as well, Az is going to roll an underworld lore.
I'm trying to be very gentle with this so it doesn't make loud noise.
Or Az would roll an underworld lore if my phone was anywhere around here.
I have
our children
no idea
Our
where
children
your phone
grabbed
is.
my phone, apparently, for a remote
Patch
control.
Builder on your computer.
I don't have it on my computer.
You don't have
Well, it's that one's not saved. Please pause for one moment while I go find where my children grabbed my phone for.
Please hold for station identification. So, on this little break, you guys, what are you doing this weekend? What's everybody doing this weekend? We have plans to clean. Our studio is a disaster. We are very good at making it look good in the frame, but not outside of the frame. So if you're doing anything fun this weekend, please tell us in the chat. Or not. Like, you don't have to. Like, either way, like, it's fine.
Don't tell us.
It's fine. Like, we are a stream of options.
All right. There we go. Yep, it was on the couch they'd been using as a TV remote.
Good.
So, Az is going to use his underworld lore.
Okay.
And he rolls a 3.
Oh, dear heavens, he knows nothing.
He looks at this. There's a lot of different drugs that this could be. He's not sure exactly what they are dealing in at the moment. As you walk, Arthur begins to talk kind of over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very active business here, if you cannot tell. This has been my endeavor for a while now. My family were merchants. We bought and traded between Via and Cheliax before the secession. Unfortunately, when Revenel decided to leave Cheliax, the people did not necessarily want to buy from a Chelaxian merchant. The nobles could get away with it. Everyone forgets real quickly that they were loyal. But for the merchant class, not so much. My parents were unable to make a living anymore. So I found other ways to supplement our income. We run a very lucrative business. I am a businessman. That is what I do. I buy, I sell, I create. But I have to keep my business running. You understand that, right?
I do understand. What I don't understand
Good.
is why we were taken in the first place.
Oh, you see, have you ever... You've never run a business, I imagine. A Hell Knight, probably not doing that. It's kind of like running a platoons or a group of soldiers. What happens if the men under you don't have your trust?
I can tell you what would happen if the men underneath me decided to attack someone that they had no idea they were getting into with.
That'd be true. I was well aware of you. Before
They
Rogers.
obviously were not.
Why do you think I sent so many?
Then why are you upset that the outcome you thought would happen happened?
Oh, no. You misunderstand that. I sent them there. They knew the risk. That is not a problem. But but the problem, you see, about a couple weeks back, a week or two, we found one of my men running to the docks to get on a ship and leave the city. And we were, you can't just leave employ. You must give notice. So we talked with him, and it turns out that he had a run-in with a mage and a tiefling fighter that ended in one of my lieutenants apparently passing.
That's what I mean. If you knew who we were, I wasn't talking about what happened back at the tavern. I was talking about why we are here. You knew who we were. You sent 3 men. We killed 2 of them, and we told the other if we ever saw him again, we'd slit his throat.
I did not send them. First off, let us be clear. I did not send them. They were doing their due diligence in the area. It was a accident of circumstance that you and they met. I am not upset that you fought. But if I don't show my men that I will do something, if someone kills my men and don't say anything, I have to show them that I care.
But isn't that a part of doing business, especially this type of business, that you will lose a certain percentage of employment?
And generally, when I lose employment, they lose lives.
Exactly. I'm very confused as to why this is a problem. They're thugs. You hire thugs. They act thuggish. They are killed because they are thugs. That is the risk of working in a thuggish type business.
Yes, I understand. But, you see, when someone takes from me, I don't like that. If we can work out some type of, recompense, I can look past it. But, and he motions, and you see one of the workers standing nearby, kind of, look up. And he's Fen, come here. He's like, yes, sir. What can I do for you? Fen, do we like to have things taken from us? No, we don't, sir. No. And what happens generally when someone takes from us? We remove them, sir. Exactly. Thank you very much, Fen. And in a moment's notice, you don't even realize it's happened. Arthur steps forward, moves, and then steps back. And you watch as blood begins to pour from Ven's midsection. You didn't even see the knife come out. So, Fen, why have you been taking from my cut every single week for the past month? See, I cannot handle that. And the man just falls to the ground. You watch as you see lines begin to crawl up his face, in his neck, and down his arms. He begins to shudder and shake and falls to the ground, dead. He turns back to you. See, when someone takes from me, I generally react a certain way. But I understand your situation. So I chose to do something different. You have created a problem for me. But I also have a problem. And I hope that we can trade. You solve my problem, and then I will forget the problem you caused me.
What kind of solving are you asking for?
Come. And he turns and continues to walk down the aisle. Hey, can you clean up back there? Noshing back to Fen as he walks down further down the room. You see, hands up, that I heard that you were talking with the Silver Torrent and that you went to their warehouse where they have a bunch of people with weird symptoms. Is this true? He doesn't even look back at you as he's talking. Are you going to follow, or are you going to... What are you going to do?
I don't think we really have a choice. We kind of have to follow him.
All right. As you follow... So, I was hoping that you could help with my problems as well, if they are helping with theirs. As he gets down to the end of the hallway, he then opens up a door and walks into another room. As you walk in, you find one very similar to the one you already came into. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, no.
What is it?
That's a natural one.
Natural one. Luckily, okay. The room is very dark. You're not quite sure.
I do have dark vision.
Oh.
Just saying.
You do. Do you have dark or low light?
Let me double check.
Double check.
I'm pretty sure it's dark vision. Where would I see that on Path Builder? It's low light. Sorry, I just found it. Low light vision.
Okay, you should still then be able to see. Okay, if you've got low light vision, you can see the room completely. There are lined on the floor here about 20 men. Laying on the ground, not moving. You see, I have the same problem. And if you're going to be helping them and solve it anyway, might as well help me too.
All right. I'm going to look at Az and just kind of nod a little bit and say, let's get to work, see if it's the same thing. And just like I did before with the doctor, I kind of just go into work mode. Mm-hmm. And at this point, Arthur could not exist, and it's fine. All right. I'm going to go to the first person that is on the floor, on the ground, closest to us.
You find a middle-aged man, very dirty. It smells in this room. You can tell they haven't been taking care of these men all that
They just
well.
basically threw him in this room and left him.
Very scruffy, but What check do you want to do first?
I would like to do a medicine check first
Alright.
to see if they are the same symptoms as the other patients. What the hell?
Is that a second natural 1?
No, it's a 3, but seriously, people?
So, just a reminder to those in chat,
11.
you can use channel points to award hero points. Hero points are a mechanic in Pathfinder that allow for you to re-roll a d20 roll. So you can award those. Oh, thank you for throwing that up.
I just threw the.
So you can
Just so you guys know, the breakdown did not come out. The formatting did not come out for this. It's 100 bits for a +2 on a roll, 700 bits for an environmental effect, 500 points to give a hero point, 1,000 points to give a villain point, and 1,500 points to name something in
game. So
just so you know.
You want to make my life interesting and start throwing, okay, name something, name this. You can make my life very interesting very quick. Environmental effects are that something in the environment will change. And you will see what it is. And it could be anything at any point. So both of those are things that will make my life difficult. So I made them higher points.
And could possibly make my life difficult or better.
Or better for you. However, yeah, the +2 on a roll, which if you're a D&D person, just to give you a heads up, in Pathfinder, if your roll and your bonuses are 10 greater than the DC, it is a crit. You don't have to not 20 it. So
Yeah,
a +2 in
bit
Pathfinder is powerful.
It's very powerful.
But you
anyway,
rolled a
that's
3,
an 11.
Okay, an 11 with your medical check.
Sorry, 12.
12. Az is going to do his own medical check, which he rolled a 19, plus I've got a 13, so...
Oh, environmental change is not showing up.
This is an environmental effect. Oh, not showing up on where?
On Twitch. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Well, if you just do
You do
700 bits, then I make it happen.
700 bits?
Yes, the environmental effect was a bit.
Oh, it's a bit. Sorry, that was my bad. It's 700 bits. So if you go into bits and you do 700 bits, then we will do an environmental effect. It doesn't actually name it, because you can't actually name bits. The system, Twitch, does not allow you to name bits, which is lame, and they should fix that.
It only lets me name channel points.
Yeah, so 700 bits.
So,
I don't know what OIC means.
OIC.
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 Oh my god.
We're real smart.
It's fine.
Did you have a Helena moment?
It's fine, you guys. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, so...
Okay, so medicine check for Az.
Medicine check. Az rolled a 19 plus his 13, so that's a 32. Az looks up at you. This is the same effect, but from what I can see, they are all at a more advanced state.
I'm going to look at Arthur. How long have these men been here?
There's varies. Some of them 5 days, some of them today.
5 days?
And then there's the ones that are dead.
Okay.
These are the ones left alive.
How many are dead?
10?
How long? From a first
The
affliction.
very first was about a month ago.
Looking at Azing as they... So this has actually been going on longer than we thought.
And the ones that were the first affected are those that transport our goods through the city. We use an alternate route.
I know this might sound prying, but I genuinely need to know how.
We have passed and checkpoints through the sewers.
Sewer system.
But
So I
specifically
wonder-
those that have been traveling from here through the areas here in Old Kintargo were the first affected.
Whatever it is, now looking at whatever it is, it seems to be coming from below, up. if it's affecting the sewers, the men in the sewers first, because this has been happening far longer than the Silver Torrent believe, or at least know.
And Arthur will say, it was very slow at first. At first, it was couple 1, 2. Then in the last couple of weeks, it has picked up. And I'm losing men faster than I can handle.
Can you possibly draw me a map of where you're finding these men? When you find them, are they knocked unconscious? Are they alive but non-responsive?
Many. Others begin here to show weakness, and then slowly many of those that have fallen are my most unique men.
Unique how?
When you're in our line of work, there is a certain amount of chaos that's good for business.
Mm-hmm.
These men were good at causing chaos.
So they were disruptors?
Yeah.
Which might have been attractive to a creature of chaos. A creature who himself enjoys sowing chaos.
But they were also... Some of them were higher in the organization.
I don't think that matters. Not in this situation. I mean, of course it matters to you because,
What I'm saying is the weak-willed, the pity masses that will work for us, but they're not really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
None of them have been affected.
So it's only the strong-willed that have? Alright, could you possibly get a map and show me where the concentration of these men are at?
That is a little hard. That information... So, here's what I'm hoping. There is a specific area where this seems to be the strongest. We can't even go into that area of the sewers anymore. Anyone who gets close, they have a possibility of simply falling.
Are there any symptoms at all? Any environmental things like I don't know, sudden shadows on the walls, or an attack of some kind physically before they are attacked mentally?
I have had an increase in attacks in my physical attacks in my men as well in the sewers.
From what?
I don't know.
So it's not... Is it a creature or is it a being, like a human?
No one has been able to tell me.
Okay. All right, so where... I mean, if you're not going to show me on a map, can you just tell me where?
I will. In general, if I were to give you the top of the city and tell you where in the sewer system, you'd be looking around the middle of Old Kintargo. Old cemeteries above it. There are other businesses there.
Okay.
Nothing of note that I can think of.
Because what we most likely are going to have to do is go into these areas and investigate with a contingent of men with us. But...
Ooh, contingent.
I didn't necessarily say they needed to come from you. We are doing this for the Silver Torrent as well, and they are more than willing to give us what we need.
Here's what I can do. You get rid of whatever that is, and I will forget any men that you have taken from me.
I took 2. And you're not asking me to fix 20.
But you're going to fix it anyways.
That is not a fair exchange.
I believe in your current situation, you might not have the bargaining power you think.
And you might not either. Do you have anyone else that can fix this problem?
I can always move.
You can always move. That's very true. But you are entrenched here. You have everything set up
Does
here.
she want to die?
No, I'm just saying that you came to us.
Knife comes out from his hand. You didn't even see it, and it's standing at the tip of your neck. Listen to me, little girl. You might think that you are strong and that you are hot stuff. You are at my mercy at this moment. I would have killed you, but Rogers told me you had value. If you don't have value to me, then I don't need you. If I don't need you, you are a problem that I remove. Rogers vouched for you and says you guys wanted the city to be running well. You wanted to get rid of this shadowy organization and keep Kintargo happy. If he is wrong, simply let me know so I can remove you as a problem.
She's just gonna smile.
He's gonna pull his knife back. I like you, but don't push me.
My dear. You do know where I came from, right?
Yes, I know the Hell Knights.
No. I mean, you know where I came from. Citadel in Farak.
Mm-hmm.
The hole to hell. I dealt with demons on a daily basis.
Oh, my dear. I am far worse. I can be far worse than a demon. Believe me. I harvest their blood for my drugs.
Which is very good.
So-
That's a very difficult thing to do. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. It's very difficult to scare me. Besides the fact that you need me right now. And that's fine.
I need to keep my organization running. Having you around might not do that any more than this.
No, I'm pretty sure it would be good. Let me look at one of the men more in depth. And then I will be able to better understand what we need to do.
Of course.
Who's the worst?
He'll point to a man over in the corner, and then he's gonna go walk over, and he crouches down with his dagger in hand next to
You kill
Bruce.
him, I can't help.
Next to Bruce.
You kill Bruce, I won't help.
I'm sure you will have other people you care about. Michael, his little girl.
If you think that's
The
going to
tieflings
stop
of
me,
the hoof and... Oh, dang it, now I've got the organization's name. The Cloven Hoof Society.
Yeah, the Cloven Hoof.
The Cloven Hoof Society. I do not want this to be antagonistic.
Neither
But you
do
seem
I.
to like antagonizing me.
Well, you seem to like antagonizing me. I'm not the one with the knife up to anybody's throat. You're the one with the knife to my dog.
He turns, looks at us. I will give you a couple minutes to talk to her and to talk sense into her. He turns around and walks out the door. Az looks at you. Anna, you are going to get us killed.
I'm literally doing nothing.
You don't seem to understand our situation.
And he doesn't seem to understand that the only reason he actually brought us here is because we're the only ones that can fix this.
Yeah, and so, otherwise he might have just killed us. They could have killed us in that bar.
And if they kill us, then there's no one to actually save their men.
They don't know that.
Well, they would figure it out bloody quick.
And we'd be dead.
Do you really think Pharasma would let me die?
I think that Pharasma might, if you're stupid. Come on, Anna.
Look, I have dealt with bullies my entire life. I'm done being bullied. If he wants our help, I'll give it to him. But if he continues to act like somehow he's doing us a favor, I'm not okay with it. And side note, she's 19 years old. She thinks she's invincible.
Okay. Arthur walks back in. So, are we ready to walk amicably or not?
As long as you don't point things at my dog, we're fine. I will work on your men. I have a feeling I know what this is.
Then, look at the men.
No more swords or knives or whatever at my dog. Yes? If you want this to go amicably, please do not put a knife in my dog.
He turns and looks at us. She does know how to say things nicely. Apparently.
I've always been nice. You just found it.
What?
What?
Well, the longest and worst off is there. And he motions to the corner where you find a young man, 17 years old, wasting away.
All right, I'm going to sit down next to him and put both hands on his chest and close my eyes and just focus on the beating of his heart, the beating of my heart, until we're kind of like in sync with each other, and then do the dive thing that I did before.
All right, give me a religion check.
Please, if you love us at all.
Now, you do have one hero point to start.
Throw some hero points out here, you guys. Oh, man. I'm really not rolling nice tonight. 8. Ah! Ha 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 ha! Okay, people essentially redeemed a hero point. Okay. 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 Do I want to use it? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to use it.
All right.
Use it.
So it's not the same as advantage. It's a reroll.
No, it's different than advantage. It's a reroll. Okay.
Is it worse?
It's worse. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What is it?
It's a 5. Hold on. It's 14.
We're gonna see if Az can assist you, and he can't.
So it's a 14.
Okay, you put your hands on this young man. You feel as you connect and touch that power within you, connecting to Pharasma. You feel the ghostly hands placed on top of yours as your senses sink into him. You feel, you know what to look for. You feel very similar to the other individual that you had also, I'll call it delved.
Yeah.
Wheel of Time term there.
I like it.
That you had delved. Very similar. You're not able to catch the thread. You're not able to grab a hold of the soul the way you were before, but you can sense it there, and that it is barely there. Barely connected.
I'm trying to remember last time when I tried to heal it, it ended up killing the guy, right?
Last time you rolled high enough that you were able to not only delve in, but actually touch the soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put your energy into it, and there was a reaction from the other side of this tether to the soul.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pull out and opening my eyes, I'm going to look at Az and say, it's exactly the same thing.
He turns and looks at Arthur. So how would we go about getting to where you see this focusing. And Arthur, so we will do business. Good. Here's what I am willing to do. Here's what I'm willing to do. Well, because I want to help you because you're going to help me, right? But I also can't have information out willy-nilly. If you understand that. I mean, information is part of my organization. You don't need that getting out. Here's what I say. 3 days from now, if that will work for you time-wise, I will have you guided to an entrance, one of our entrances to the sewers, and provided with a rough sketch of the area and where we see the problems happening. You do what you're going to do, and then you come back and let me know. Well, you don't need to let me know. You and the Silver Torrent do what you're going to do, and I will know.
All right. I want some kind of assurance that you will leave us alone after this.
Assurance. Well,
we have a writ from the Domina herself.
Yes, I know.
I want a similar writ from you. Something that just states that our business was concluded and that we are not to be bothered.
I can think of something.
Okay. That's all I ask. And for you never to point a knife at my dog again.
And he leans out, I would never hurt a doggy like this. And he's going to scratch his face and stuff like that.
And Anna's going to have a really hard time not reaching over and slapping him.
And Bruce is going to say into your mind, am I not allowed to like this?
No,
and he starts scratching and he says, that's actually...
No, it's fine, Bruce. You can enjoy it.
Oh. And he's like, he is a very sweet doggy.
Yes, he is. It's a very nice dog.
Well, thank you very much. I will be very grateful for your assistance with this, and I'm sure my men will also be, and will leave you alone. You won't have to worry about walking around ever in this city. No muggings. Fair?
Yes, that's fair.
Perfect.
That's fair.
Well, he stands up, claps you both on the shoulders, kind of turns you around, kind of like, start moving you out of the door. Mm-hmm. And leads you through the door back out into the main area. He's like, well, I am glad we were able to resolve this. And I wish you both a very wonderful day.
Yes, thank you very much.
And at that, you feel a sting in the back of your head.
Oh, jeez, really?
As you both get whacked upside the head and knocked unconscious and fall down to the floor in blackness.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'll just be picked up and taken somewhere again.
You drift in blackness. And then you start to wake, eyes opening, head hurting. You got one heck of a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear sounds. Chirping of crickets. It's a little cold. You open your eyes. You are leaning against the front gate of your new house. It is late evening. Az is next to you.
It was morning-ish.
It was late morning when you first went to the Silver Torrent.
Okay.
It is now evening.
Of the same day?
You're not sure. I mean, you were knocked out.
Okay.
But you find yourself,
It's true.
as next to you, Bruce is standing beside you, panting.
Okay.
You okay?
Oh, goodness.
Licks your face.
Oh, Bruce, no, stop.
Big, licks big, thick tongue. Ah.
Thank you. Yes, I'm now very awake. I have a horrible headache. Bruce, how long have we been out here? Like,
The big light's down.
But has the big light come and gone?
No.
More than once? Just the okay, so it's the same day. Alright. Okay. Lick Az until he wakes up.
He walks over, starts licking.
And I'm gonna stand.
Az like, oh, what, oh, Bruce, Anna?
Bruce, you can
Ow.
stop. Bruce, you can stop now, darling. You alright? I'm gonna come over to him and kind of feel his head a little bit.
He looks around, notices no one's there. 3 action burst heal on both of you.
Nice.
Right then, so that's let's see.
Okay.
Let's give you some hit points back. So that's 5. 3, it's 8. 11 points of hit points back.
Okay.
To the both of you. And just to kind of bring you out of it a little bit. Oh, he looks around. Anna, can we go inside?
Yes, darling.
I'm tired.
Please, let's go inside. This is crazy. No, and I'm gonna kind of help him get up a little bit because even though like we're healed, we're still. I'm assuming like we're kind of woozy still.
Like, well, your heads are. I would say based on you both have wounded 2.
Oh,
condition.
geez. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I see that. Okay. All right, then I'm gonna just kind of help Az get up and then kind of walk up to the front of the house. Did we leave it locked last time? I don't even remember.
I think you guys have a key.
Did we have a key?
She left you a key on the.
Okay,
on
I'm
the
gonna kind of pat down and try and find
pulls
it.
it out. He has the
Oh,
key.
I forgot. It's in your bag. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he unlocks and opens the door.
Right. Then I'm gonna just kind of head inside.
He walks in. House is dark. Lights weren't on when you guys left.
Mm-hmm.
But as
oh man, I got so used to playing a fire sorcerer that like I wanted to like be like fire in the hearth right now.
Az goes around and he does you guys start doing normal evening things. Light some lights on, light some candles. Az is going to spend some time doing some medicine checks throughout the evening on both of you, healing up your wounds. Because you both had some pretty.
I know. We were like super down, like hardcore. Ha. Whoa.
Wrong music.
What was that? That
was our Tip Talk Train Talks.
Yeah. Okay.
So just assume that you guys
we're going all the way back up.
Yeah, just assume Az is gonna spend the rest of the night using healing magic on you and using medicine checks to bring you all back up to full hit points.
Okay. During that time, I just make some dinner of whatever little bit of food that's there.
There's not much. You guys didn't have a chance for shopping.
And I'm gonna look at Az and be like, we really need to hire a person to take care of the house when we aren't here and to possibly cook for us because I don't cook.
No.
I never had to learn how to cook because my entire life was spent in a barracks.
Well, I can at least do this. And he will wave his hand over the food to
make it taste really good.
Food and, enhance food, which will allow the food to taste even better.
Yay! Okay, cool.
But then he heals you up. And then I think I want to go to bed. I say we 2 rooms up across from each other. With the doors open for the night.
Yes, I'll have Bruce sleep at the head of the stairs.
Yeah.
And he can watch for anything. I go over and make sure the front door is locked, and then kind of head upstairs with my sword slightly dragged. Because we got our sword. You got all of our stuff back, right?
Yep, you find
From
all
okay.
of your stuff's on you.
Okay, so I just kind of slowly drag my sword up behind me and head up the stairs.
Into bed. All right.
Into bed, because I'm tired.
Yep.
And I sleep.
Lay down to sleep and rest, having had a very, very long day ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night, you're resting, but then you sense, suddenly you find yourself awake, and you get the feeling of not being alone.
I reach over and grab my sword that's like there next to me. I leave my sword right there on the side of the bed so that it's really easy to grab.
Okay.
What? The jovial tavern music
that wasn't quite what I was
fitting?
wanting. No, that wasn't quite what I wanted. Music change. You grab your sword. You open your eyes.
I want to try and like pinpoint where I'm feeling this other presence.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You rolled a nat 20 to wake up.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's a 17.
All right.
20, 30. 30 perception.
You try and sense, kind of just with your battle sense, you're used to kind of trying to sense where the distance between things. You hear a scraping on the wood next to your bed. And it creaks.
Foot or head of bed?
Side.
But like down there or up?
Up.
So near the head of my bed.
Near the head of your bed.
Okay. So just very slowly, I'm going to reach down and grab my sword. And in a flash of movement, I'm going to jump up and swing the sword forward and hope that I don't actually hit the person who is standing over me.
So you're not trying to...
I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm just trying to like scare whoever it is.
As you swing your sword out blindly, trying to just startle, you hear a "Ah!" And you look down to see a hobbled, hunched creature, grotesque face, long hair, looking up at you, because you're standing on top of your bed, right? Or are you standing on top of your bed or on the ground?
On the ground.
On the ground.
I would have
Okay.
swung my feet over and did the big movement all at the same time.
Still looking up at you slightly. Glares at you and sneers. "Ah!" And then in a moment changes into a ball of fire, burning red fire, and then rushes out the window. What you notice is just open just a crack, and it's gone.
Az!
Just...
Az, wake up! Come here!
What was that sound?
Come
What
here!
was that sound? He comes running in, got staff in hand, but still trying to wake up. What was that sound, Anna?
It was like a creepy little goblin creature thing in my room. Turned into a ball of flame and went out the window.
What do you mean goblin? Like...
It looked like a creepy little hunched over goblin thing.
Now, to give you a little bit more thorough description of what you see, this was full human size. Full
I
human
thought it was
size.
little.
It was hunched over.
Oh, okay.
Long, scraggly, matted hair. Grotesque. Old looking, like an extremely old woman.
Did I recognize the face as the one that I saw for a brief second before when I reached into the soul?
It might be similar.
One drawback of working and playing with your spouse, you guys, Weston can't lie to me. So when I ask pointed questions,
It was more of a question if I was going to make you roll or not.
I know. I'm just letting you know. It's kind of fun.
But I also trust you enough to separate your knowledge from honest knowledge.
That's true. I think I... Do you remember... Tea. We need tea. Let's go downstairs. And I'm going to go over to the window and, like, slam it shut. And then is there, like, a locking mechanism on it?
Yes.
There is? Okay, then I'm going to lock it. And then just with my sword in hand at the ready. And I'm sure Bruce was also...
Roll an intelligence check for me.
8. Intelligence.
I don't think you have any bonus on it.
Is... Oh, dang it. I have no bonuses. I'm only 8 intelligence.
You can't remember whether or not you locked it before you went to bed.
Okay.
You're not sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to freaking lock it now.
All right.
And then I'm going to just drag kind of like with my sword kind of at the ready and having Bruce with me now. And I'm just going to say armor to him. And he'll know that that means armor stance. So like he's at the ready.
Yeah. He looks up to you. That thing smelled weird.
Why didn't you do anything, Bruce?
I didn't notice them.
Darling.
Until they were already there.
Maybe I should have you sleep in my room from now on.
Like, when they changed, they didn't smell.
Wait, when it was a fireball, it didn't smell? It was only when it was in human form?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I didn't notice it until
I heard it as well. Alright, so you, from now on, are sleeping on the bed, and I'm going to look at Az and say, and you are sleeping in my room.
I'm what?
If that thing had come in your room, what would you have hit it with? Your staff? I think the only reason it ran away is because I've got this bloody awesome sword.
I think I would have hit it with a fireball.
It's made out of fire. It turned into a fireball. I don't think that would have worked.
Then I would hit it with... I have many other spells in my...
I still think it would be safer if we slept in the same room.
You see him get a little, like feeling weird about this. Okay.
Look, for safety's sake, it's...
I have never... It's been a long time. Back when I was young, the slaves all slept together.
You do realize the entire way here, we slept in the same room most of the time.
No,
like, it hasn't been that long.
No, you guys were generally in separate rooms the whole trip.
We slept in the same room multiple times. Trust me, I GM'd that one. I remember that very well. Anyway, she's going to grab some tea and sit down with it and start like getting the water hot and stuff like that. And say,
Az is going to pull the mattress off and just move it into the room. He's not going to move the whole bed, but
yeah, just the mattress. But and when we're all kind of like in the same room again, well, we're all the two of us.
And Bruce.
I'm gonna kind of describe to him what happened, and then say, "Do you remember when I did the delving, and the person I tried to heal that person, and they it had actually ended up ripping the soul apart."
Yes, I remember.
The creature on the other side. I think.
You never completely told me what happened there.
Well, that's true. We were kind of kidnapped right after that. So,
yeah.
Well, so I reached in that way that I do now. Apparently, that's the thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt his soul. His soul was. It was like in pieces, but it was still there, but just not completely connected. And as I was reaching for it, and I saw the almost dance that it was doing, I tried to heal the soul. And when I did that, it was like it created a chain reaction that reached out to whatever is feeding off of these people. And instead of healing him, the creature managed to grab it and ripped his soul to shreds. Which was why he died.
Describe this creature that was in the room.
Looked a bit like a hag. Stringy hair, disfigured face, hunched over, very ugly.
A hag?
It's kind of what it looked like.
They are... I believe there are certain types of hags that... most hags drain life force through one way or another.
I think this was a hag. I've just never heard of one that can do this many people or turn into fireballs. That was very strange. But my expertise in kind of leaning back into the chair and like holding on to the cup of tea like it's safety. I'm gonna say I've never really come against a hag. All I know is the folk tales and the things that were told back at the barracks. I mean, I normally attacked and was attacked by demons. So that wasn't... I don't know.
From my knowledge, there are many types of hags. Some drink blood. Some can shape change and turn into other things.
Mm-hmm.
There are... I don't know about the symptoms that we are seeing at the... of those that were at the warehouses and with the Nightwing. But also, often hags are not alone.
Are they not?
Often they will group into covens.
Oh. Are they... Do they make the homes or the nests or whatever they're called? Do they make them underground?
They will go anywhere there is darkness and negative energy and nasty places, to put it simply. I want to know what is up with this graveyard.
I know it all keeps coming back to that, doesn't it? Where there's the graveyard that have the men stationed at it, and then there's a graveyard that Arthur spoke about that was above wherever the sewers
He said
were.
it was in Old Cantargo.
Yes.
So that would be the same one.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that cemetery keeps being brought up.
So what do we need to know, and who can help us?
Well, I hate to say it, but Captain Rogers probably can help. If they're guards that are stationed there, then it's probably under the control of the guard, and we probably need some just telling them that it's fine for us to go in and to leave us alone.
One thing I will say, Anna, I don't know if you caught this, but it sounds like the only reason that Arthur was willing to make this deal was because Rogers said we were worth keeping around.
But
I know, but I also know what it is to be in a situation where you are a double agent.
That's true.
And you have to do things sometimes. So that is all.
I don't like this at all.
I know.
I don't like any of this. I don't like the idea that people's souls are being ripped into pieces.
But we have.
I mean, they're already being ripped into pieces by a different bad guy. Why do we have to be dealing with it here as well?
We also know that the cemetery had something to do with the Silver Ravens, who were those that helped defeat Brasili and help with the liberation. So
that's true.
The Domina and her circle might know something.
They might. That's true.
The Domina is down at the border, but anyone in her circle might know. We could ask the academy They know magic.
You know what? That's probably a good idea. Are you any good at sketching?
I could be.
Oh. Okay, yes, let's do that. Because if I give you a good description and then you can draw it out, we'll have something better to give to the people at the academy than just a description and imagination.
Okay. But as an option, I don't know anything about this order that was mentioned by Windstar, the Sacred Order of...
Oh. Where's the Order of the Torrent? Sacred Order of Archivists?
Yes, that is the one. I don't know anything about them. I don't know where to find them, but they sound like those that would also know things. So we have options.
I think we probably should start at the academy just because those are people we already know. And if they know something, then maybe we won't even have to deal with these other people that we don't know.
Okay.
Well,
for now, I'm still very tired. And if we want me to be able to do any magic tomorrow, I am going to need sleep.
All right, well then, we're sleeping in the same room.
He motions to
Bruce is going to lay on my bed.
He indicates the mattress that he pulled in.
Okay. All right, so I'll just put the tea down and kind of climb into bed and bring Bruce up and have him curl up at the foot of my bed, and I just put my feet underneath him to get warm and lay my head down, and I just look over at Az and say, I guess, sweet dreams? Good night?
Yes. And before he lays down, he actually pushes the mattress over, so it's like right next to yours, and lays down. So he's like just right off the bed, right there.
Okay.
Well, this has been interesting, if nothing else.
That's true. I will try not to step on your face when I get up in the morning.
Please do. That would be preferable.
All right.
You both lay down, sleep, rest through the rest of the night. No, nothing disturbs your sleep.
I do have my sword. I do end up falling asleep kind of like with my sword like right next to me on the bed, almost like a security blanket kind of thing. Like my sword is right there, my dog is right there, my best friend's right there. Like,
roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what is with my rolls tonight? 16.
16.
Dear heavens.
You wake in the morning to the wonderful sounds of boom, 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 kick, kick, as the front door is shaking down below.
Az, go get the door. Az.
But, just, okay. He starts trying to walk straight as you going down the door. That exhaustion of body from the day before. It goes, you're staying upstairs or you're following?
I'll follow behind him
right.
with my sword and stuff. But it's one of those things of like, I hear the sound and I'm like, get up, everybody get up.
So you follow him down. You said you have your sword. Are you like, do you have it like out? Or are you like?
I've got it like in a semi like ready position, but not like out and up, like full attack mode, but like in like ready to slice somebody if needed.
All right. You go and the door is like shaking, like someone's trying to kick the door in. All right, I'm coming. And as unlocks and flies open the door, and before you, in front of the door, you see 8 people. One huge tiefling, an older man in
Is it
armor.
the Silver Torrent?
You see a small halfling.
It's a Silver
You
Torrent.
see three humans. Like you see the whole Silver Torrent
okay.
has shown up at your door.
You're like, it's all right. I'm gonna kind of like lean my sword down a little bit and be like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
And the captain, Anna, we knocked quite a few times and no one answered. So we were gonna come in and check. Like
we were tired.
We heard you guys suddenly disappear, like were jumped in the tooth and nail.
That
and
is
then
very
we're gone
true.
for almost the whole day.
Come in. We'll make some tea.
They all begin to file in. Zagru has to kind of duck just and turn his shoulders just a little bit to get in to the house.
Mm-hmm.
You see like all of them showed up. They go as a group. So you've got Leary there, you've got Long Reaver, you've got a couple that you haven't met.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more human. There's a dwarf that you see. Alma, the healer.
What is this music? It keeps making me think of like Disney.
I know. And why is it also repeating the same song? I'm not quite sure of that.
No.
Maybe I have to get rid of that song. It's reminding
me up.
Personally.
Hi, Joel.
It's reminding me of because it's Christmas time, the Polar Express.
That's exactly what it reminds me of.
It was a new song I just added to the playlist. I love the beginning of it.
It's not a favorite.
But yeah, everyone piles in to your house.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of like put him in the sitting room a little bit, and like the kitchen's just like right over here, and I'll like start putting something on to boil, and then like come out and be like, "Well, that was an unceremonious way to wake up."
Captain
Good
Windsor,
morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry if we woke you up.
No, it's all right.
but
It's nice to know that
we were worried.
Well, it's nice to know that we are loved.
What happened?
Well, the Nightwing happened. They're right bastards, if you would like to know. Apparently, there is an issue that they are having, and they would like us to deal with it. Happens to be the same issue you're having.
So wait, you got jumped by the Nightwing gang?
Yes.
The smugglers, drug dealers, like all that stuff?
Yes, them.
And but where were you?
They absconded us away. I actually don't really know. Because they knocked us out, they took us there, and then once we finally agreed to do what they want, and they threatened Bruce with a dagger.
The dog?
Yes, the dog. What?
Sorry.
Yes, the dog. They threatened Bruce with a dagger, which honestly is the worst offense, and they asked us to fix their problem, which happens to be your problem, so we were already fixing it.
What do you mean my problem?
The people. Apparently, it's been happening much longer than you even knew, and suddenly like a whistle goes off and like I can hear the tea. It's like, just a second, let me go get the tea. And I get up and I go into the room and grab all the tea things and as many cups as I can find in the room or in the kitchen, which is not as many as there are people. So I'm like, someone's going to either have to share or go without. Sorry. Like bring in a big platter and kind of put it down.
Alma, the cleric, comes in to help, and Leary kind of follows her over there, and so they kind of help you with getting everything together, and you know it wouldn't be tea bags, it would be
it's probably loose
leaf tea.
Yeah, it's loose leaf tea.
And Zag was
We're not that cool yet.
Zag was like, I would love some tea. That smells wonderful.
It smells. It's got a little bit of ginger root and some cinnamon, and then you can smell it again. I was like, maybe some.
We have dogs.
That's me sniffing. We have dogs. It's not my fault. But like I kind of like just describe it a little bit, and it's not too different than the tea I'm drinking right now.
There you go.
It helps with mental acuity.
So you hand out tea to everyone. Everyone sits to drink. Windsor actually doesn't take. He's like, not right now.
Okay. And then I'm gonna sit. Hold on. I'm gonna sit back and just kind of be like, this is like the first time that she's entertained in her own house.
Oh, true.
And so it's
true.
like, so it's kind of like this moment where she's just like, this is my house and I'm entertaining people in my house. Like a whole thing for her. So yes.
So, and you know, Zagrel goes and sits gingerly on a chair, listening, like waiting to see is this thing gonna break underneath me. Where Malna, the halfling, just jumps up and sits on the table, and just kind of crosses her legs and kind of sits there.
I thought her name was Mina.
Mana?
I have it written down, Mina.
I think I misspelled something on my sheet here.
Oh, okay.
I think I capitalized an I.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So Mana sits there, and Captain Windsor's like, so they took you.
Yes.
They have people that are comatose too?
Yes. They said that it started about 2 months back, and it seems to...
It was 1 month back.
1 month back. Oh, so then it did start at the same time. Oh, I thought it was 2 months. Okay, then, never mind. And they're having the same issues happen, except they're not always finding them comatose. Sometimes they're fine for a while and slowly become overcome and then just drop down like in the moment. But the bigger news beside all of that is it all seems to be centered on that cemetery in Old Cantago. And last night we had a visit from a very unwanted guest that seemed to be a bit of a hag in some way.
Adjective hag? Like mean older lady?
No, like as in like
hag.
An evil creature hag. Like a suck on the lives of men hag.
Whoa.
And then it turned into a ball of flame and then escaped out the window. And Bruce said it had no scent when it was flame. Only when it was human. So whatever that is. But they all do seem to be centered around the cemetery. And because of the untoward actions of the Nightwing, they have really only experienced it in the sewer system.
That's interesting.
And they said that it was happening more to the strong-willed individuals, those that were weak and were pushovers, essentially, were not being hurt at all.
So just that they were strong-willed. Anything else about them? They said they just, any other hints you can give me?
Can I do like a recall knowledge on my own mental abilities?
I'll let you.
19.
Okay. You would also remember that he also said that it was those who were a bit more crazy.
Oh, yeah. Like chaotic.
Yes.
So, and then I tell him that.
You know, I will admit that's interesting because most of the people you saw down there, they're kind of the problem makers in our area. Like, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
The older man's
understand.
a day drunk who a lot of times causes problems at the bar. A lot of the kids that are down there are ones that cause problems. You know, you catch them, you know.
Yeah, so kind of
painting
so
on
not just
weird symbols on walls, and
so not just chaotic, but like disruptive.
Yeah.
With
weird.
life in general.
Yeah.
All right.
They're kind of known.
What?
Scoot. Oh, that's gotta go. He's gonna scoot. I was like, school? I'm like, he's gonna school? What?
Gotta scoot. Bye, Joel. Have a good
Joel.
weekend, love.
But no, that's, I don't know. This is why I asked for your help. This is way outside of my wheel zone.
Yes. Well, we need access to the cemetery.
Okay.
And I mean, we have contacts with the captain of the guard. So we should be able to go.
Rogers? Yeah. He likes you. What about? So what does Nightwing want you to do?
They want us to fix the problem.
Like what? Like
Same thing you want us to do.
yeah, but they give you an indication of like what to do.
No. Blunt object, creature, kill, essentially.
Okay.
He didn't really give us
GM
any...
for a moment's going to remind you. They told you that in a couple of days they would come get you. They'd lead you to an entrance.
Oh, well, I didn't think that was what he was talking about. I thought he was, like, generally asking me what they want us to do. They want us to stop the problem from happening. Well, he said that in 3 days he was going to come get us and lead us into the sewer and give us a rough sketch and outline, because heaven forbid we know that he's in the sewer.
Well, I imagine the
scent alone could have told us that.
Yeah, true enough.
Just
Well,
saying.
if you need help down there, we're here to help.
Of course.
I can't send everyone. But if you
No,
need
that's
a
fine.
couple of people to come with you.
Well, I have a feeling we could probably get a few guards to come with us as well.
Possibly. I would be careful. We work to stop organizations like them often.
What, the Nightwing?
Yeah, well, and other disreputable, organizations and people and stuff like that. My guess is he won't let you take too many.
What, guards?
Yeah.
I was only thinking like 2.
So just...
You think 2 is too many?
I'm just telling you, you don't think like they do, Anna?
No, you were very right. That was made very apparent yesterday.
So my guess is probably a couple more is probably all they'll let you take.
So like 2.
I mean, like, some of us or some of the guards. You probably can't take both.
Oh.
And I don't think they'd like the guards, because then it's like government types.
Well, fine.
So, talk to Rogers. He might know some guards that...
Not
would be-
quite happy with him at the moment.
Why?
Because things.
What happened with Rogers?
Nothing.
And Az is going to kind of interject here and be like, so, yes, we will definitely most likely need help. But we, at the moment, actually need to gather some information about the area, about the cemetery, and possible options of what could be down there waiting for us.
Yes.
So we need to go get dressed and eat. Thank you all very much for coming to check on us. It does mean a lot.
Yes. A question really quickly though. Do you guys have an actual contact in the Sacred Order of Archivists? Or do you just know of them?
I mean, honestly, the best thing I can think of is go check with the okay, now I gotta remember how to say this name. I didn't make up this name. This is lore.
Earlord?
No. Victor Coro, the Victor Coro family. They're nobles here in the city. They're the head of the household Rexus. The Victor Coro family have kind of, apparently they were working with them for a while, and no one knew about it, but now that Brasilia and Thrun and all them are gone, they've kind of been their benefactors.
Okay.
So I would ask them. I mean, they've got a place in the Green District.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. We can do that. That's fine. Right, thank you. That was all we needed. But we're fine.
Okay, good.
So thank you for being worried. Alma, can I steal you for a tick?
Yeah, no, what can I... She stands up, kind of walks over. What can I do for you?
So it's like, will you kind of help me just gather all of these things and take it?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
And Leary also, gets up and starts helping. Kind of follows Alma.
Yeah, little bit of a puppy.
Mm.
So we need to hire a housekeeper, someone who can do the cooking for us and the very little bit of cleaning that would need to be done, and just keep the house up while we are in and out, as we are in and out often. Do you have any idea? I know it's an extremely sexist thing to ask you that question, but
yes, it is.
I just assumed that you would know better than most of the men.
I'm a cleric of Iomade. I don't really deal with stuff at all.
I don't deal with that stuff either. I don't even know where to go. How do you?
I would go ask Mayna.
Mayna?
She knows everybody.
Does she? Okay. All right. Then I will stick my head out and say, Mayna, yeah.
Yes. She'll hop down from the table, saunter over. Anna, what can I do for you?
And we're going to kind of go back into the kitchen area. Do you know, Alma says that you know everyone. Do you know where we would go to hire a housekeeper?
Well, I can actually think of a couple. I know a few other halflings who had been house slaves back in Cheliax that had gotten out.
Okay.
So they're regularly looking for work in that type of area.
Do you know of one specifically? Could I?
You need my help hooking you up, right?
Could I just give you a bag of gold and have you go hire someone?
She puts out her hand.
It's I'll have to go upstairs and get it. I don't just walk around with bags of gold on my body.
I mean, you did this, so I was like, oh, but of course.
I was kind of mimicking, miming what I would do in a moment.
Well, and I know that Az, with his experience, would probably feel comfortable with a halfling in the house.
You're not. You know what? You're very right. He probably would be extremely comfortable with that.
But no one too cute.
Why?
She takes a look over at Az. You have to ask.
Do you have a thing for him, Mayna?
And you don't? You sleep in the same house. He's gorgeous.
We actually sleep in the same room. Not in that way. He's like 10 years older than me.
Oh, honey. You are... And she puts her hand on your thigh because, she's that short. Mm-hmm. And she's pats it a little bit. Oh, you'll grow up eventually. Well,
Thank you. That was not patronizing at all.
I will hook you up, okay? I know a couple that would be more than happy for the work. How much are you willing to pay?
That would be perfect. What's the going rate for a full-time housekeeper?
$1 silver a week.
Okay. Tell them we will pay them a gold a week to get perfect, absolutely immaculate, the best person possible.
I'm going to recommend don't do that.
Why?
Honey, you don't want to broadcast wealth like that too much.
Is that a lot of money?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, average wage is $1 silver a week. That's 10 times the going rate.
That wouldn't just ensure that we get the best possible person?
Not that too much. Do you want me to hire 3 for that? And they can split it?
I don't need 3.
1 to cook, 1 to clean, and 1 to do whatever else needs to be done.
Sure.
I can do it. I can help.
Okay, that works.
Don't you worry, honey. I got you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I will go get the money. And would it be too much to say that they would get a signing bonus? An amount of money just to come? I don't know how any of this works.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, so I'll go up and
for Blue Eyes over there, I'll take care of it.
I can imagine there are quite a few things you would do for Blue Eyes over there.
There's quite a few things I do to Blue Eyes over there.
Okay, too much information. I'm going to run upstairs really quick and grab a bag of gold with 10 gold in it.
All right.
And then go down the stairs and hand it to her and say, there's 10 gold in there. Is that enough?
Sure.
Okay, I can trust you, right?
Of course. I'll only take my finder's fee.
How much are you going to take? Do you want me to Az, come here.
No, she'll say, only what's fair. I am a member of the Silver Torrent, honey.
I know. I just don't know how much that is. Because if I need to go get more money, I can.
More so, I will spread this out for them. Again, if you are shown to be throwing around too much, you'll get the wrong type of attention.
Apparently, we already have the wrong type of attention.
Yes, well, you did get the Nightwing apparently knocking at your door.
Yes.
Do be
Super
careful, honey.
wonderful.
Do be careful, honey.
I try.
Well,
I try to be careful.
I will take care of this. Give me a few days.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. In the meantime, where's the best market from here?
Market District. It's over by Red Roof District.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Food. I would like food.
Oh, there's a whole ton of places.
I was like, we have no food.
Whatever you need, though, they can help you out.
Great. Thank you.
So, with that, they all do kind of, file out of the house, kind of, giving you the thank you, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for the tea. And they will exit out of your house, and you can close the door. Okay. I was like, well, at least there are people who worry about us.
Yes.
That is a fresh experience.
I know, that's very different, especially after what
Infradark?
happened yesterday.
Yes. Are you all feeling better?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's like difficult to trust people now. Like, it's not like I was a super trusting person before, but like now it's like even worse. I don't...
Everyone has their things they hide.
I know, it just feels like everyone else's secrets turn around and bite us in the ass.
My secrets have bit us a little too.
I know, but like, your secrets I can deal with, but it's like other people's secrets I don't even know that I have to deal with until they come knocking on our door.
That is life. Well, shall we get dressed and go?
Yes. So then kind of go ahead upstairs and realize I literally have one thing, and then I am going to poke my head out and like after I've changed into my one thing that I have to wear, say, we do need to at some point head over to Sir Michael's house because he has some additional clothing.
We will probably
waiting
find
for
Rogers
us.
there in the Green District. Also, there is the that family.
Yes, the Victicoro.
The Victicora family.
Yes, them.
Do you want me to spell it for you?
I did Victikoro.
Close. It's Victocora.
Ocora.
Ocora. Yep.
Victicoro. Victicoro. Ro. Ra. Ro.
Ra.
Whatever.
Ra, 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 ra. Victicora.
Okay, yeah, so let's go. I guess we'll head back to the Garden District.
Or did you want to go to the academy first?
How close are we to the academy? Like, what's closer? Which one's closer?
They're both kind of similar, so you'll have to go across the bridge to go the other side of Cantargo, and then if you go one way, you go to the Green District. You can go the other way, and you can get to the academy.
Okay. Well, where would you like to go first? I mean, we have to go to both places, so...
Either is good for me.
I don't want to make the decision. You make it.
I would like to ask Delta about this magic.
Okay, then to the academy we go.
Ha! So you head off. You do stop by the Red Roof District and get some. I find it funny. It's the Red Roof, and it's like I say Red District, and also my brain thinks lots of different things.
It's the Red Roof District. It's not the Red Light District.
I know. I remember driving through the Red Light District.
That's a very different TTRPG.
That's in Vampire the Masquerade, right?
Yes, that's Vampire the Masquerade.
You do stop though and get some baguettes and get some food and get some jerky for. Do
we stop at the same jerky guy?
No, that jerky guy's out for the day. His son's running the store. He's a lot more docile because I don't remember even the voice that you did for that. So I'm not gonna try to reproduce.
It was very flamboyant
It
Spanish.
Was. But
I never even gave him a name.
I know. But you give them. You get some food. Head across to the other side. Travel. The academy. Az knows exactly where he's going. He leads you straight through to the back to the study of Delta.
Yes.
The master of the Arcane there.
Master of the Arcane.
You see him at his desk reading. Oh, Az, Anna, what can I do for you?
Hello,
today?
Delta.
Pleasure again to see you.
Az,
of course. Delta, thank you very much for seeing us. We have some questions for you. We have come across something of a occult or arcane nature and would very much like your expertise in this. Oh. Well, what can I... Please tell me. And Az is going to turn to you. He's like, you had the experience.
I did. Did we ever do the thing where we did the drawing?
Oh, you didn't.
Can we retcon it and say we did?
No, what we'll do is, as was it, can I have a paper from? Oh, he gives him a pencil, pen, an ink pen, whatever, and a quill. That's the word I'm looking for. An ink quill and some paper. And he's like, I will. You describe the thing, and I will draw.
Okay.
And then, as will use his ability, as you watch, he takes a deep breath, and then his body language changes slightly. And then all of a sudden he takes the pen. Please describe. Whack, whack, whack. Whack everything.
He's whacking everything over here.
Please describe,
Anna. Okay. And I described myself.
Okay. So he starts describing. He's going to draw. And that's a 7.
Oh dear.
Plus his. Now here's a question I gotta ask myself. Is this craftsmanship, or is this a
I think that would be crafting.
Or is it a performance check? I don't really
feel like it's a...
Yeah, I'm going to say it's performance.
Okay.
Because I actually... Oh, no, it's the same bonus I have for both. So that's a 21. He sketches out... It doesn't look exact, but he gets the general form of this old, haggard woman. Long nose, lots of warts and everything on it. It is your typical...
This is a Taggart voice.
Yes, this is a Taggart voice.
And this is a Batman voice.
Yeah, I'm a hag. I'm hag. I'm Batman. But draws it, decent. Nothing amazing. Yeah, I'm Batman. Feels such a guy. And
go look up Studio C Batman and you'll see what we're talking about.
Or the Superhero Cafe also.
Superhero Cafe and
no, you're right.
No, it's the
with
studio.
The Haggard voice.
Yeah,
versus the Moses voice and the
because the Haggard voice is the Moses voice and then the Batman voice is the same voice, and it's like a whole... Look funny. Up the sketch. It's hilarious.
But, Delta... And you said it did what? It changed into...
Like a ball of flame. Like it went out the window as a ball of flame. And Bruce here said he couldn't smell her or it until it was human. And then once it went back into a ball of flame, he couldn't smell it. So essentially,
Well-
it was able to come in and go without any real.
Well, if it was a ball of flame but did not give off smoke, there wouldn't be a smell to it. It's not actually burning anything.
No, that's true.
It's a spectral flame, then, and it would not have a smell. One moment. He's gonna grab a book out of his shelf.
Your Abe Sapien crap.
Yes. Opening up, and you see is a book that has a lot of mythical and magical creatures. And he's like, so I think we can all agree that this is a hag. So let us see. And so he turns over and he's like, this hag right here, they are known to suck blood, and they will, yes, they will change into a ball of light or fire.
I don't think this hag is sucking blood. I think it's sucking on souls.
How?
I don't know, rightly.
What makes you think that?
Oh, why?
Yes.
Why? Well, we have been kind of contracted with the Silver Torrent to work on a very strange mystery of people literally just dropping unconscious and not waking up. I managed to do something as a champion of Pharasma to feel into them, and I could feel their souls. So I think it has something to do with the soul.
So you felt that what was happening to their souls?
They seem to be diminishing in power over time.
Well, there are other types of hags. That there is one type that travels through the ethereal, and according to this, uses nightmares to.
I did get a flash of something like a sudden jolt of terror when I connected with one of the victims.
These terrify their victims until they give up their soul.
Do they give up their soul?
Yes.
I saw it eviscerate someone's soul.
You saw it take the soul, right?
Yes.
Well, these do not always consume it.
What do they do with it?
Sometimes they take it.
And do what with it?
Let me read you. Apparently they keep them.
For what? What, like trophies?
I am not. This does not detail out exactly what they do with them.
Is this a natural creature, or was this something created?
These are hags. They are. There's varying types of them. This one is referred to as a night hag. But the one you described that was in your room, this reads like a blood hag, which those are nasty because you can never quite know where they are, because they will wear the skins of their victims.
What?
So during the day, they might stand right next to you and you won't know. And then they leave their skins to go feed.
Is there anything that can be done to detect them? Like if we know that is a possibility, like a charm or a bracelet or a pentagram or something. Salt. I'm just gonna start throwing salt at everyone.
No, none that. Iron can hurt. Silver, they are fiends. They might have an issue with silver, as well as they are magical, so you might be able to detect them through that.
Okay. And we're going to look at Az. Do you have detect magic?
Yes, I can detect magic. And also, he mentioned two different hags. There was the idea of covens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hags can group together.
Of different types?
Yes.
How many are normally... Does your book say anything about how many are normally in a coven? 13?
Generally, only they're found in groups of 3.
Only 3. Okay. All right. And silver could possibly be an aversion.
Possibly. This does not give exact. This is not a text meant to fight them, merely to study.
If they have body snatcher.
Yes, body snatchers.
Yep. If they have. Hold on. I have lore. I think I have.
You have hell lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that, if this is a fiend?
There are many types of fiends. They are not all from hell.
So I probably couldn't do like a recall knowledge on that.
You can try.
To get.
This would be occultism.
I have like nothing with occultism.
And I've already rolled and given you everything that he knows.
Okay. I just want to try. I just want to see.
All right.
I get like a nat 20.
Nat 20. Here it comes.
That is not a nat 20. That's 14. So, never mind.
You don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, is there any other information that you might be able to give us about this before we go hunt them down and kill them?
And, you what? No.
There's nothing in there that says like, this is how you kill a hag. Step 1.
No, this is not a combat. I do not have a combat manual. I generally don't engage in violence myself. I'm more of an academic.
Yes. I understand.
So, yes.
Okay. Is there anybody on campus that might know how to kill and destroy a hag?
I highly doubt it.
All right. That was wishful thinking anyway. Okay. Well, thank you for that information.
Yes.
Az, was there anything else that you wanted to fanboy over for a little bit?
You see him actually, he's looking at a couple books on the thing. No, not that we are busy at this time. I don't think I have time at the moment.
Can he take a few of the books?
Well, he's a patron, of course. He can check out.
He would love to take some of the
take
books.
that one there.
Like
take that one there.
immediately. It's like when your best friend knows you really well.
But he will say one other thing. If this is the type that is connecting with the ethereal plane to then invade dreams, they tend to look for places where veils are thin, so they can enter the ethereal plane and get to their victims.
Okay. So they enter through the ethereal plane, so we wouldn't detect them until they were here.
They would invade your mind through that plane. They would most likely, you would have to find their corporeal body to attack them.
Wait, so like the thing that showed up in my bedroom was not actually there?
No, that thing that you described was a blood hag. The other thing you're describing is a different type of hag.
Okay.
It would be a hypothesis that you might be dealing with more than one type.
No, it makes sense though. No, that makes sense. Would one hag have the capability of afflicting, let's say, 30, 40 people? Killing at least 10?
I mean, I think that would be that might be unprecedented, but I mean, could you kill 30 people?
If I killed one a day, sure.
How long has this been going?
A month. All right. Thank you. I think that's all the information that we need on that
Glad
at the
I could
moment.
be of help.
Yep. And we just kind of turn around and be like, Az, we're leaving.
Are you liking your armor?
I am. Thank you very much.
Of
It's
course.
quite wonderful. You did a very good job. And helping Az with it. of course, as well. Sorry.
Thank you. I must get back to my studies. I have a lecture to prepare.
Of course, goodbye. Knowing that he's like already gone.
He's already gone. Yep.
In his brain, he's already gone.
All right. So
yeah, so we're gonna. I'll turn around and leave. With like Bruce kind of like at my heels and assuming that Az is now.
Az will be following you.
His nose stuck in a book.
No, the books are away.
Oh, he didn't keep one out. Okay.
Nope.
All right. No.
Then we might have an idea of what we're going after.
Okay, so now we have to discover how to kill them. I don't know anything about
First,
them.
we have to find out where they might be.
Underneath the cemetery.
Oh, but why?
Why do creatures do anything? Because they do.
Why are there guards around the cemetery, Anna?
Because they're superstitious?
They aren't around the other one.
Well, that's true. I don't know. We should probably... I mean, Captain Rogers might know someone who knows something. Yes?
I would say so.
All right. Okay. Yep. Let's go speak with Captain Rogers. I like that idea.
Oh, okay. This will be interesting.
Yes, it will.
So you head off into the... Are you going to look for him in the Green District? In the... Okay. So you head off...
You're just like going to the guards.
The guardhouse.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Have
night.
a good night. I'm just going to go talk to him.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. Going to the front gate and asking for him.
Okay.
And
So
like where he
you
is.
head to the guards. The guards see you. They're like, hey, Anna and Az. It is good to see you both.
It's good to see you as well. What's his name?
Oh, this guy. You don't know this guard. You've never met
I
this
don't?
one.
Okay. It's like, oh, well, it's very good to see you too. We need to speak with Captain Rogers. Does he happen to be around?
I believe he is in the guardhouse right now, doing paperwork.
Okay, fantastic. We're just gonna pop in real quick and
Of course, you.
and say hello. So we're gonna kind of go into the guardhouse and look for him.
All right.
Wherever he is.
You do find him off in. He's got an office there in the back.
Before we actually get to his office, so I'm gonna grab Az and kind of. I'll grab Az. And I'm going to ask him and just say, I need you to put. You need to talk here. Right?
Okay.
I don't trust myself. Because it's not even that I'm upset with him. It's that I'm just it's complicated. So could you just talk to him for us?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and so they head back. You notice no one's acting weird at all. They're all acting like you just saved everyone still.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're the heroes that helped fight off the baddie. They lead you back. You walk back. There is an office there in the back, and you find Rogers at his desk, signing requisition forms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
As you get up, Az knocks on the door frame. Yeah, who's it?
And Bruce is gonna just like bound in to go say hello to Captain Rogers.
Oh. Shut the door.
I step in and shut the door behind me.
Are you both okay?
Well, we're both alive.
Yeah. That. So I just found. They told me. I found out about an hour beforehand. They told me go to the Tooth and Nail and wait for them. I didn't have much choice in that. If I had known about the altercation, I could have smoothed things over. But certain individuals saw it as you trying to hide it. Well, I'm glad to see you're both okay. So what can I do for you? And Az will kind of give him bare bones. Oh no, actually, he'll address. You know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what is happening down with the men of our common acquaintance. There seems to be something around the old cemetery. What can you tell us about that? And he'll name it. Well, we have men placed around it. Honestly, not much. It was a bit above my pay grade. There was something down there that the Silver Ravens took care of. Some magic thing that Brasili Thrun was using or trying to do. It was considered dangerous, and so they had us block off the area. And that's about all I know about it.
Changes up. You just need to freaking delete that song from the
That's
list.
a different song.
That's a different song?
It's a different song. That's the end of that song. So, sorry, I was trying to find music that was more consistent, and
I
all of
know,
them
it's
have
hard.
these bumps.
So there was something in the ground?
Something in the cemetery, from what I understand, there's some magical thing there. But I believe it's under, but like deep under, from what I'm told.
Like by the sewers?
No.
Farther than that?
Like deep.
Is there even a way to get down that deep? Because I'm assuming we're talking like bedrock deep.
Apparently there was. It was a bit above my clearance. You asked. I mean, I know you guys have been talking with Dominic. He might know, or anyone who was involved with the secession and the Silver Ravens. I wasn't really involved when that happened.
So you think Dominic would know what's going on?
Yeah.
How
the Domina
sure?
knows. The Domina knows, and she knows because she knows what's going on. Haltero knows.
All right. I think that looking at I think we need to give Dominic a little bit of a hello. It's been a little bit of time.
It has. It's been a few days since we have darkened his door.
Mm-hmm.
And Rogers look up.
Or more aptly, he darkened ours.
I would recommend sending a missive instead of just showing up.
No, Dominic loves me.
He looks over at Az. He's like,
Dominic doesn't like him.
yeah, just be careful. He does have a lot of power in the court.
He does. And like I said, he likes me. Doesn't like him. So he can go hang out at Sir Michael's house and I'll go talk to Dominic.
All right. Well, again, stay.
Can you give us some type of, like, passage into the cemetery where the guards won't bother us? I mean, we have the writ from the Domino, of course, but I don't like whipping that out and showing it to everyone.
Possibly.
Okay, what does that mean?
Like, I could get you in, but it would be something to where we wouldn't want those above me to find out without their approval.
Okay.
Dominic could give you give me the thumbs up, and then I could give you unrestricted access.
Okay. So Dominic first, and then we can come back.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. You don't happen to know how to kill a hag, do you?
A what?
A hag.
What's a hag? Like an old woman?
Nope, that's a no. All right, thank you. To kind of just
Okay.
turn around and start walking out
Anna,
of the room.
Az, let me know if I can help. Again, sorry things got out of hand.
Yep. And then just kind of
He'll head back
nod
to his requisition orders.
Yep, and Anna is just gonna turn around and leave.
So are you just gonna barge into the Domino's, or
No,
like-
I'm gonna drop ass off at the house.
He's gonna go visit Michael?
Yep. So we're gonna stop at Michael's house.
All
and
right.
then kind of like poke my head in and be like, "Are my clothes ready yet?"
And you talk to are you wanting to talk to just one of the help that's there, or
Yeah, I can just talk to one of the helps. Like if Michael's there, like we can say hi to him. But
So Michael is in the workroom working on different gowns and such. Would you like to see him, or?
sure. I mean, like if he's not busy, but if he's in the middle of,
He's in work. I do have clothes for you.
that's
and
perfect.
So
You know.
when you want to take them, I do have some.
Okay. Well, Az is going to stay here and hang out for a little while. I don't. You do whatever you do. But I have to go to the Domina's estate.
Okay. He turns to us. We do have some desserts that have been made if you want them.
Wait, desserts. What kind of desserts?
I believe
Key lime pie.
I believe there are some little ones.
Like the little ones.
Yes.
Can I have some of those?
I need to go get some little key lime pies because every time she's like,
I love the little teeny key lime pies. They're my favorite.
all right, so they'll bring out you a couple to eat, to take with you.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna totally
go?
like just like on the way out, I'm gonna have like 2 in my hand and 1 in my mouth. I'm like, bang 'em, and like
right.
walk out the door.
So you head out the door, you head over to the Domino's. The guards, as you get close, they see you, recognize you, but Anna, Mistress Anna, is there something we can do for you?
I need to speak with Dominic, please.
The Master Holtero?
Yes.
Please wait.
Okay.
And then they kind of run up, and then all of a sudden one comes back a minute later, and then you notice a Chamberlain.
Okay.
You know, more about it. Hello, you are here to see Sir Dominic?
Yes, I need to speak with Sir Dominic about something.
He is busy at the moment, but if you will come with me, I will take you to a waiting room.
Of course, yes, thank you.
He'll take you through, take you to a waiting room, stay there. You wait for a little while. Not too long. Maybe 20, 30 minutes or so that you're waiting there.
I'm gonna like pull my sword out and start just like practicing, like doing drills.
Bruce is with you, I imagine. And so they do. The Chamberlain does look down at the dog, a little like, okay. And then after a little bit, the door opens and Dominic Holtero walks in. Anna,
Yes.
is there something I can do for
Hi.
you?
Yes. I need to speak with you about something that we have uncovered. You know the Order of the Torrent, the Silver Torrent here in town?
The Exile Knights, yes,
Yes.
I'm aware of them.
They have been hired recently to find some missing persons. And once they found those missing persons, they found them in a comatose state, a magically
That is unfortunate.
Induced comatose state.
How many people?
Well, between them and the Nightwing, like 30, maybe 40
Wait.
people.
Between them and who?
Okay, that's a little more complicated to explain. But we've also been contracted. Az and I have been asked by the Nightwing as well to.
You are working with an illegal organization.
Mostly because they threatened Bruce with the dagger. Look at Bruce. Would you not do anything for that mug?
So,
They kidnapped us, and they told us if we didn't help them, that we would be killed.
okay.
But that's not the point. The point is that between the Silver Torrent and the Nightwing, there's probably 30 or 40 people that are afflicted with this, where they suddenly are attacked magically, psychically, and she needs to go out. That's why she's freaking out.
I think we are taking an impromptu 5-minute break.
We're so close to
we are so close.
The end, though. She can deal with it.
Okay.
But these people are being afflicted by something, and it all seems to be centered underneath the old cemetery in Carthago.
Roll a d20. Roll a...
You're doing a sense motive?
Yeah, do a sense motive.
Okay.
Perception. You add your perception to it.
Oh my gosh. Hero point.
Okay. It's your last one.
That's better. 29.
20. Okay. You can tell he is very much aware. And when you say that it's the old cemetery, he is like...
Becomes uncomfortable?
Slightly. Oh.
We had... And like noticing that, I say, look, we're not here to place blame. We're not here to point fingers. We're not here even to discuss what happened previously. And not even I, singularly. But I do need to know what's happened and what might be down there, because I was attacked. I mean, it was a very failed attack, but I was attacked by what I can only describe as a hag.
The old cemetery. I'm going to ask you to roll a diplomacy.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you can convince how much you're going to convince him of your earnestness.
9, 11, 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
All right. There were events that happened around the events with Brasili Thrune. There, apparently, below that cemetery are some ancient ruins.
Right.
And there was a way down there through the cemetery.
Okay.
The Silver Ravens destroyed it.
Wait, destroyed the way?
Yeah. They
Down.
destroyed the way. It was some type of magical device that allowed someone to get down there.
Okay.
They destroyed the mechanism. But for the safety of just not being sure what all that was, we decided it's best just keep people away.
Okay, because it looks like we have an issue that is at least centered in that same area.
Brasili Thrune was trying to do some magic with something down there.
A hag, possibly?
No, I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Right.
It had something... gosh, let me see if I can... It had something to do with a... oh gosh, what is it? One of the leaders in hell or something like that. He had made deals with denizens of hell and was trying to do some magic with that. And this apparently had something to do with, and this is another, thank you Paizo for your amazing names that I have to pronounce.
Oh, jeez.
Mahalalua. Mathala.
Mathala?
I want you to roll me a religion check.
That's cocked. Oh my gosh! Having another hero point right now would be very helpful.
If anyone's out there who can award our hero a hero point,
just how many bits is it?
It's 500.
500. Oh, it's not bits. 500 points, guys. 500 points.
Hayley would really like a reroll.
I would really
right
like a reroll right now. Somebody, someone, please.
But I'd like
Okay,
you
if not, that's fine.
to add your hell lore to it.
My hell lore. Okay. Ah!
Oh, hero point.
Thank
Hero
you.
point.
Thank you, chaotic platypus. Okay, here we go.
So, sorry, you don't want to rub it against the chest or anything like that?
Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl.
Rub it against the heart chakra. Come on.
Oh. Better.
Okay.
Not by much, but better. My hell lore isn't on here. Just my warfare lore.
Well, what's your level?
7.
You're level 7. So it'd be plus 11.
Okay, so 19.
19. All right.
Thank you, chaotic platypus.
You, based on both of your religious connections, would be acquainted with this individual.
Mathala?
Yes. She is known as one of the whores. One of the, in a way, the lovers of Asmodeus and the other demon lords. And you are especially acquainted because she was at once a psychopop.
Of Pharasma?
She was a psychopop of Pharasma who abandoned the boneyard and joined the fiends of hell. So yeah, based on knowledge of Pharasma and hell, with a 19, with that combo, I'll say you know that much.
Okay. And Basili was trying to work with her.
Something to do with her.
Okay. Right. That's incredibly disturbing.
So, that I am not a master of the arcane, and we've tried to keep this quiet.
Wait, Dominic suddenly has an accent?
True. We don't want the people being scared.
I won't say anything at all about it. I just want to figure out what's going on.
So yeah, there was the Silver Ravens found some way down there, but then supposedly they destroyed the access through that.
Do you have any artificers here that we might be able to possibly borrow to see if they could fix the device? Or not? I mean, no, it's fine as well.
It was this was high ancient stuff.
So it wasn't like someone made something and put it there and...
It was like it was made by people that do more magic than we do.
Alright. So an artificer would probably be pointless. That's fine.
You need a master of the arcane and an artificer. Someone who's both.
Do you have a sorcerer on staff you would like to lend to us?
No one like that.
Okay.
I mean, possibly the academy might have someone.
We were just there.
But I would prefer if we could avoid fixing a way for evil things underground getting back up. Because if you can go down, you can get back up.
No, that's true. That's true. It's just more of an idea that if all of this is being centered there, then it's either attracting something or it's giving birth to something. And if we could destroy what's there, then we solve the problem completely. And you don't have to station guards there anymore.
Well, it was supposedly dealt with. We just wanted to be cautious. From the Silver Ravens told us that it was done.
Okay. Well, that's a fairly good explanation. Well, we need to get at least somewhat access to that area to figure out what's going on.
I can do that.
Okay.
I can send the missive to Rogers, who can then, let all the guards know.
Excuse me. Okay. That would be perfect. Thank you, Dominic, for your assistance.
Thank you.
It is a great help. One last thing. I know you don't like us. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly why. I've never been in a relationship. I've never experienced anything like that. But I will tell you one thing. Az is oblivious to most things. And he was never, ever trying to step on anyone's toes. I want to let you know that. I mean, I know you personally have an issue with him. Yes, I don't expect anything. I just thought you should know. He's not trying to do anything. He's legitimately the most oblivious person I think I've ever met in my life.
He seems quite intelligent.
Oh, he is sharp as a tack, but he's oblivious and slightly stupid when it comes to advances. And so he doesn't understand when other people feel uncomfortable. Does this make sense?
Why are you thinking I don't like him?
You legitimately have said you don't want to talk to him.
The situation with the way it went put me in a bad situation. And I was very frustrated by the situation I was put into due to certain ways that he and my lady did things, and that was frustrating. But no, you don't have to come here alone for any reason. Do you understand?
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
the last time we saw you, well, I guess it was the second to last time that we saw you, you just really didn't act like you liked him at all. And looked like you wanted him to kind of like disappear into a hole in the ground.
I was frustrated. It's fine.
Okay. He's actually quite lovely. He's actually quite a wonderful man.
He brings a lot of unneeded attention in court.
He brings a lot of unneeded attention anywhere. Have you looked at him? Like,
Yeah.
there's a whole thing there.
Apparently.
And I kind of like...
All right, well, I need to get back to work.
Yes,
but
thank you very much for
I
the
will
information.
make sure you have access.
Yes, I appreciate it very much. And have a good day.
He'll actually just pull out, he'll step out, ask the Chamberlain for a piece of paper, writes out in a quill, writes out real quick, hands it to you. You can give this to Rogers.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you come to remember anything else or happen to stumble upon anything else, please let us know. Any information is going to be helpful in this type of situation. I have a feeling we have a fight on our hands, quite a big one.
Well, then I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you are successful.
Right. Thank you very much. Oh, wait. Question, just really quick. When is the Council of Peers?
I believe we still have a couple weeks, 2 weeks or so.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Yeah.
We are going to be doing that before the additional troops head south.
Oh, okay. Sooner than I expected.
So,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. And then, like, you'll kind of having been dismissed, just kind
So
of
you head
turn
back,
around, leave, head back.
Head back to Rogers. I imagine, give him the missive.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up Az.
Yeah.
Az comes out with some clothes, a couple pairs of pants, some shirts for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some for him.
Oh, nice.
So you got some clothes.
Got some
To
clothes.
take care of that.
I'm gonna lift up the note and say, I got the permission from Dominic, so we're good. And apparently he's not mad at you. Which is news to me.
I think that things went interestingly. Having her dance with me first, I think, made him look bad.
Yes, I understand.
I think he was honestly more mad at the Domina, but you can't lash out at the Domina.
That is true. But he just reassured me that everything is fine.
Well, what? So we have that.
So we have that, and then I'm going to disseminate all the things that I learned.
Well, so there is underground there something. There was magic down there that Basili wanted.
Yes. Something to do with Mathala.
Yeah, it's a hard name. There is a hag in that same area.
Mm-hmm. That was either attracted to or created by this.
And now that hag
is attacking everyone.
Attacking everyone. But why now?
Because she's a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
that
she
is as good a reason as any.
Who knows? She's a creature. She's a fiend. You're not. You're not a fiend, are you?
No.
He said that they could like take the form of.
He said they would wear the skin.
Hold my sword.
Okay. Oh, this is really heavy.
It is. Is your hand burning?
No, but we don't know if that would work.
You take it back.
I'm
just
joking. He pops the halo out above his head for a moment. I don't think they could do that.
I agree with you, actually. I don't think they could do that.
So, here's the question, though.
Do we think someone's actually near us that might be a blood hag?
He's going to do detect magic. I do not sense anything at the moment.
I mean, let's go to the Silver Torrent at some point, and you do that. And we see.
Okay.
Because I think it's a little coincidental that we were attacked. I was attacked. And then the Silver Torrent showed up at our door. The entire contingent of the Silver Torrent showed up at our door. Also, maybe I should have taken you with me and you could see if Dominic is the hag.
There's also the aspect that they sensed you. From what you said, they sensed you when you touched them.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that happened too. You're right. Okay.
They might have come looking.
They probably did come looking. No, that actually makes a lot more sense than someone in the Silver Torrent being a secret.
But cannot touch.
Shapeshifter.
Okay, so we will go into the sewers.
We will hold our noses.
Yes. They had offered help. Did we want to talk to Rogers about that, or did we want to get help from the Torrent?
I agree with Windstar. I think that taking guards with us is actually not a good idea.
I don't think that having government officials would go over well with.
Probably not.
Arthur.
Oh, I should probably tell you. I told Dominic about.
You what?
See, this is what happens when you don't come with me.
You told me to stay here.
I didn't say that I didn't tell you to stay there. I just.
Yes, you did.
I know, and I'm saying that's like I know I told you to stay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I mean I think I glossed over it a little bit.
His dad's dirty anyway, so it's.
That is the truth. Kettle black.
Yeah, exactly.
Pot.
Okay.
We will go to the sewers.
Okay.
Well, no. First, we need to figure out how to kill a hag before we go to the sewers.
I believe you kill a hag the way you kill every fiend you kill by. You cut them with your sword, I burn them. I don't think we need to. And if they are a fiend, my magic will hurt.
That's true. That is true. Okay. So we shouldn't, do research?
We can. Where would we go? Do you want to? I mean, we went to
there's
the
the archivists.
We could
Or
go.
the archivists.
We could see if we can make contact.
For some reason, that scares me. I don't know why.
We don't know them. They are complete unknown.
Earlier, what I said about people's secrets turning around to bite us in the ass.
You said that this magic, this place, had to do with whom?
With Mathala.
Who is she again?
Mathala. She is the whore of Asmodeus.
One of them. There are multiple.
She is a whore of Asmodeus.
Okay.
She was a lover, former psychopop of Pharasma. So Pharasma probably hates her deeply.
Maybe Pharasma would give us some additional information. There is also the...
So go to the temple?
That is another option. I mean, they might know.
Pray.
Up to you. I mean, this really has gotten into Pharasma stuff, so I will let you decide.
Do you remember how I told you I don't really know what I'm doing with all of that?
Neither do I.
Well, that would make sense. You're not a follower of Pharasma. That would be very strange if you knew that.
My deity doesn't really like to get involved.
Your deity is weird.
Yeah, he is brilliant, but most brilliant are a little...
weird.
Off. Well, which would you like to go? Would we like to explore the archivists? Would you like to talk to the matron? Or would you just want to wait and we go down the sewers and we beat things up?
We have 2 days to decide.
We do. That is true.
Let's think upon it.
We go sleep. Start again tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh. Buy some food for our new house.
Yes, we need to do that. But before we wrap up for the day, can I ask you to do me a favor?
Of course.
You've got that really weird ability to, talk to people in their dreams.
I have a spell that I can do.
Yes. Could you reach out to Magdalene
Of
and
course.
ask her if there is any way, if they found anything about my sister?
I can. I will do so tonight.
Honestly, I don't expect anything, but it's just been on my mind, and seeing all of those people, all of the different ages, and if she was in trouble in the middle of a city and there was no one there to care, to even notice that she was gone, that would be kind of horrific. And yeah.
I understand. I understand completely. Well, I will reach out to her and see what I can find.
Thank you very much.
So tomorrow we will go to either the archivist or the temple, and we'll see what more information we can gather before we go into the depths.
Yes. And we are going to, I don't know if I told you this, but Maina is going to hire some former slaves from Cheliax to come be our housekeepers.
Oh, wonderful. That would be wonderful.
You will probably like them very much, knowing you. But
I grew up.
I know. So you will like them.
That will be wonderful.
And we do need to get food tomorrow.
Yes, let us go get some food. Let us get some other things.
I would love a fresh baguette sandwich.
I am sure they are always being made.
And a key lime pie.
We might need to go to
We
Michael's.
need to go find... No, we just need to go find a very good patisserie within the city.
We will look.
The probably best one will be in the Green District area.
I would say so.
Fantastic.
So you go, rolled a 30 on his perception, so you find a patisserie and find some good pies and some baguettes.
Patisserie.
And you head back home. You buy some food. You get some stuff that you need for your house. Kind of spend the rest of the day kind of getting what you need for there. And that is where we're going to end today.
All right.
Tomorrow, next time, you know more now.
Yes,
Starting
we know
to get
more.
an idea of what's going on.
There is a convergence of evil magic and hags. Yeah. And hags.
So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us for almost the 3 hours that we got to play. Yay! So much fun. We appreciate it. Chaotic Platypus, thank you so much for the hero point. And I know the People's Ascension is not here. He went to bed.
Yes, he did.
But thank you so much for joining and hanging out with us tonight. If you want to watch the VOD, go follow our YouTube channel. It will be up and ready and available for you guys either Monday or Tuesday next week. There we go. And then Monday night is going to be our normal stream of TTRPG news and tabletop terrain talks, where we talk about the biggest stories from the previous week in tabletop gaming and do the indie roundup featuring independent creators within our community. There's also normally a very hot topic that we talk about after TTRPG news, so you can hang out for that. So that is Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here on this channel.
And make sure you're here next week. Things are going to start, there was definitely a lot of information, lost setup. Things are going to get crazy.
I have a feeling we're going to have some fun fighting next week. So thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with us tonight. And remember, it only takes two.
Thank you very much.
Good night.